Hello and welcome to Season 4 of the SoundStage Audiophile Podcast. For the past few years, host Jordan Guth has been learning about the who, the what, and the when of hi-fi from the pioneers who made our hobby what it is today, as well as the modern innovators who are constantly striving to push performance to new levels. That's not going to change, but this year he'll also be learning about the other two W's, where your favorite gear is made these days, and why. So with that out of the way, let's see who Jordan is chatting with this time around.
Hello and welcome to the SoundStage Audiophile Podcast. Today we are at Simaudio headquarters in beautiful Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where we're learning all about the start of a new product line. To walk us through the first product in this product line, we are joined with Étienne Gautier, the Chief Commercial Officer of Simaudio. Welcome.
Thank you, Jordan, for having me.
Thank you for inviting us. And I guess to kind of set the stage of this event a little bit, we got an email maybe 2 months ago inviting us to this event, the super top secret event in Montreal, Canada for September 14th to 16th. And today is September 16th. So we're getting, we've already learned all about these new products and we're getting kind of geared up to talk to you about this new product in the range. Mm-hmm. And this podcast should be getting released on October 1st. So right in time, or maybe September 30th, I don't remember, but right in time. So let's talk.
Absolutely.
Tell me just, I guess, to get started, let's talk about the range. Yeah. Let's talk about the collection. So what are we dealing with? What was unveiled yesterday?
Okay, so probably you guys, as you follow the SoundStage, network, know already about the North collection that we launched 2 years ago. And that was, quite a big success. And obviously, we wanted to follow that with something quite special. And for years, our partners, were asking for more entry-level products. So we decided to create a new collection of more and affordable products, which is called the Compass Collection.
Okay, Compass Collection.
Yes.
Okay, so we have North and we have Compass.
Yes. So the link is quite obvious in between the two. So actually, when we found the name of the North collection, we, at this moment, was 3 years ago, we thought that, okay, at some point, we're going to launch a more affordable collection of products. So we need to find the name right now that would link to North collection. So this is when we decided to call it Compass. So actually the name Compass is, we're keeping it secret internally for 3 years now.
No way. I did not realize it was that far back in the planning side of things.
Yeah. So obviously, the North name links to something that, obviously is linked to our Canadian identity, but also something, it's the direction that you're looking for when you're lost or you want to go somewhere, you look for the North. So, the North collection was the starting point of our journey in new hi-fi, collections. And obviously the Compass is the tool that helps you find the North.
Oh, that is awesome. So I understood the linkage there in the directions, but the tool that helps you find North, the kind of entryway to get to where you're going.
And that's the point, we want to talk also to newcomers to the more high-end equipments, I would say. So some younger people which probably had a Bluetooth speaker or something like this and wants to buy a more high-end equipment, performance-oriented. So it could be their first step into the hi-fi world. So, we like to say that with the Compass collection, we define your musical journey. And this is what it is. You start a new journey with us, and then you aim for the North eventually.
Oh, that is awesome. That is so clever and kind of well thought out. But it does make sense that this started 3 years ago as you're going through that exercise.
Yeah.
So Compass Collection.
Yeah.
What was the new product that got released? Walk us through this.
Yeah. So we actually released one new product from the Compass Collection, which is the first. And obviously there will be more. But now we're just launching one product, which is the Moon Compass 371. So I'll say a little bit about the product, and then I'll explain also its name. So this is what we call a network player amplifier. So this is an amplifier that integrates streaming capability, DAC, phono preamp, all kind of connectivity that you would like. So Bluetooth, AirPlay, optical, SPDIF, HDMI ASE, headphones out, RCA in, balanced in, USB host, 2 Ethernet connectors with a switch, so you connect a NAS directly to it. Obviously, with a totally new aesthetical design, mechanical design, and a 17 centimeter color graphic display. So it's a brand new design. Everything is new inside. And it's called the 371 because it's the 300 level of performance in our ranges. 7 because it's a network player amplifier.
Okay.
And 1 because this is the first generation of it.
Okay, there we go. So the numbers mean something.
Absolutely. So, for example, in the North collection, the 791, 7 is for the level of performance. 9, it's because it's a network player DAC preamplifier.
Yeah.
And 1 first generation.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I don't even think we touched upon that. Or maybe we did and I've forgotten about that, but that's really clever.
Yeah. So we tried to be consistent. It was not the case in the past. But now for the future and on, we try to be consistent on the names of our units. Something that it's also interesting about the 371 is that it's not just an evolution of what we had in the past. It's a totally new unit. So actually, it's using MDCA amplification technology that was developed for North Collection. It's using MHP power supply, which is our hybrid technology that was also incorporated in the North Collection. And we have a totally new analog circuitry as well that was developed only for the 371. So we developed many clever things like super ventilated heatsinks, but they do not look like it. It's actually an internal design. So from the outside, you cannot see anything, but we created some kind of a chimney effect. So in order to dissipate the heat very efficiently while not seeing any screws or any, traditional heat sinks as you can imagine them. So, it's a very, very sleek design. Beautifully designed aluminum chicks as well. That are part of the moon identity, I would say. Yeah. And you can have that unit in all black and two-tone, which is, the moon identity color, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Me personally, I love the black. I just love that look. But the silver is very nice and it's very iconic, very moon.
We call it two-tone.
Two-tone. There you go. And I guess maybe just to kind of also get this out of the way, this is all built in Canada. This is all same factory. The people are probably going to be surprised about the price point, but when it comes to the actual manufacturing, the process, and all of that, can you speak to that a little bit? Yeah,
absolutely. So like any other Moon products, the 371 is all made in our factory in Boucherville, Quebec, Canada. So at the factory, we control every aspect of the manufacturing. There's only small things that we are not doing by ourselves. So the design is all made in here. So mechanical design of units, electronical design of units with our own technologies. We have engineers coding the firmware of units. We have engineers coding the app that we have controlling the units. Then it goes on to production. So we control aluminum machining with CNC 5-axis machines. We have SMT line assembly for surface mount components. And also we have unique machines in North America that are called selective soldering machines.
Yep.
So those are for the true old components. And then they solder each parts, like with a little volcano, moving instead of a wave that is not enough consistent for our needs in terms of quality. So we have those unique machines, selective soldering, that are doing a fantastic job. And then obviously at that stage, when a board, escapes, those machines, it's already tested twice after to make sure that the quality is there. Then it goes to pretest, where it goes on jigs to make sure that it's, meets the requirements in terms of performance and all that. And then we go to what we call integration, which is assembly of units. So then it's a little bit like a recipe. So we have everything on one tray coming to our employees and specialists. And they have all the parts of the units and boards, and they assemble the whole unit. And then it goes to QC, where it's tested with audio precision equipment, the same as you use in your lab for the reviews. So super high-end equipment. And we test all the functionalities. We test every aspect of it to make sure that it respects the performance we wanted. Then it goes on a burn-in period, and then goes back to QC for a final test with audio precision again, and then to packaging.
And I should also add that there's also a visual check and a visual QC along each of those steps as well.
Yeah.
We're down there. So we are in the factory right now. We happen to be in one of your listening rooms or studios, but the factory is just down the stairs. And when we were going through them, not only is all that going on, but there's a visual process the entire time to make sure that it's pristine.
Absolutely. So we reject actually a lot of parts, and we are very, very, very picky with everything. This is why also we like to control, every aspect of our manufacturing. The only thing basically we're not doing is, painting and some production of plates of steel, which are stamped. And but we like for these to work with Quebecer companies. Or for the transformers we buy for the big power amplifiers, they are made in Quebec by a company called Brownsburg, especially for us. And also we have all kind of, custom parts that we use, custom capacitors, custom transistors, made especially for us by Motorola. That we buy and we pair them, and we test them when we receive them, and it's quite a big job because we order them by 10,000. So when we receive the batch, we have an employee testing transistors to pair them
for an extended period of time.
Yeah. So
that leads into this idea. So obviously, I kind of already gave it away a little bit that this event was scheduled a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But the actual collection, and you kind of talked about this a little bit, the name for it already came about well before during the North collection. Yeah. So this was kind of an idea that you were aiming towards.
Yeah.
What was it about the timing? Like, why is now the right timing? Is it because the technology finally arrived, you had the stuff lined up from the North collection? Or was new technology available, or you just had bandwidth from your engineering and manufacturing side?
Actually, it's multiple factors. So when we did the North Collection and launched it 2 years ago, actually North Collection was the project of the North Collection started 5 years before we launched it.
Yeah.
Because we've decided to change the whole philosophy of products. We decided that we would redesign every aspect of our top-hand collection of products. So amplification technology, volume controls, everything was redesigned. So everything in the North collection is new. But then after, our entry-level collection, which was called Neo, was, becoming quite old. And obviously, we had a lot of customers asking when are you coming with a more affordable North collection? And, because obviously they are a bit expensive because they are super high end.
Yeah.
And we wanted to find the proper way to design a beautiful unit, integrating technologies from North collection at a price that would be, very, very good for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And actually, the 371 is retailed for $6,500 US, with everything that I've mentioned, including the 10-year warranty and all that.
Same warranty as the other North Collection products and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you basically benefit from everything we've developed for the North Collection, but in a network player amplifier.
Love it.
So, but also something that you've mentioned that is interesting, and this is a question we got multiple times regarding the North Collection. The fact that in the past we were only doing, separate components, and for the North Collection, we've decided to integrate multiple components in one box. And this was, possible because obviously we developed technologies for that, but also the evolution of available components and available circuitry and all that changed from when we developed Evolution series and then, to the North Collection. So now we are able to design much more compact technologies. And also we are able to make sure that they are not interfering with each other, even if they're put inside the same chassis.
Gotcha.
So we actually have a much better performance with a kind of a crossover unit in the North Collection than what we had with separate components.
Yeah. And I kind of overheard Dominic talking about this a little bit when he was talking about the Wi-Fi card and disabling it while you're switching components and all these things, just to get the absolute best performance and to eliminate any background humming or any background
absolutely
things that come up.
So everything we've learned with the North Collection, we used it for the Compass Collection. So obviously the 371 is clearly the essence of that integration and being clever in the design and making sure that we are able to reach the level of performance we wanted. With those new technologies. But something that is important as well, Compass Collection and 371 is not a new ACE that has been revamped.
Yeah.
It's totally new. Or a 340i where we have put, a streamer and a DAC and, just a graphic display.
It's not a bolt-on, it's a complete redesign.
It's completely new. Yeah. Nothing in common with the previous generations. The only thing that it's in common actually is the Mind technology, which is our
the streaming, the integrated streaming, the ability to connect to drives and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Now, with the with this new product, the 371, you kind of mentioned that it was all integrated. What products did that replace in the existing Moon lineup?
So we've discontinued the ACE, the 340i, and the 280D at once when we launched the Compass Collection and 371. Because obviously the 340i in terms of pricing is very close and also, quite old. Yeah. And the 340i, for many, many years had a huge success because as a fully analog integrated amplifier, it was wonderful. But obviously, nowadays, people are asking for more connectivity, ease of use. We never forget that I would say more than 95% of our customers, they have their equipments in their living room.
Yeah. So
potentially they'll use it to watch films. Their kids will play with it. And, they want, the ease of use and modern connectivity.
Yeah.
And, I'm using the Mind app. My wife is using Cobus Connect.
There you go.
So, you need to have all those features. And my daughter is using Bluetooth.
Yeah. So we were using AirPlay just to play an unreleased song on the thing. So instead of trying to figure out a way to get it onto the computer, just AirPlay it.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So we need to have all that. But without keeping in mind that people will want performance, precision, and quality.
Yeah.
Because, at the end, this is what lasts. Connectivity, and features. It goes and lives. But the performance stays.
Let's talk a little bit more about the performance. And there's one thing in particular that is quite a standout technological achievement in these product ranges. And I know you're not necessarily the technical guy to dive right into this, but talk to me a little bit about the power supply from a high level here. What's special about the power supply in this?
So this is called the MHP for Moon Hybrid Power.
Okay.
So, for a long time, we have been using quite traditional linear power supply with big transformers, big capacitance, and all that. But we also looked at, switching mode power supplies, which had, some advantages, but were not good enough in terms of, audio performance. So we decided to develop our own technology of power supply. So it's called hybrid because it's actually using the best of both worlds.
Okay.
So the input of that power supply is actually in switch mode. So, it's not affected by any voltage variations and all that. And also the noise is in very, very high frequencies. And right after that stage, it actually becomes a traditional linear power supply.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it gets both, best of both worlds.
Gotcha.
So obviously here I'm describing it on a very
top level.
Top level, basic, explanation. Obviously,
we're going to have a video that dives much more into the technical and kind of visually shows it off. So
with Dominique, our product director, obviously he'll explain, all the details about the MHP. But that's the rough idea. So it's not a switch mode power supply. It's not a linear power supply. It's the best of both.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some other kind of standout technology. One thing that I don't think we've touched on yet, it's one of my favorite Moon products, and it's actually this remote, this
BRM1.
BRM1 is the remote that came out with the North Collection. Now, my understanding, and I've seen it, the 371 now comes with a brand new remote.
Yes.
However, the BRM1 is going to be supported?
Yes, it will be. So this is also, and I'm not shy talking about it. So with the Neo collection, we had a plastic remote control, and we had some feedback that people thought that the quality of that remote was not good enough for the quality of our products.
Gotcha.
And we agreed about it. We listened to that comment and feedback, and said, okay, you know what? For the Compass collection, we're going to design a brand new remote, especially for Compass collection. So we did it, in aluminum. So it's a fully very nice little, aluminum remote that comes with Compass. But obviously, with the North collection, we did a great job with that BRM1 remote. Everybody loves it. And when we designed and imagined the Compass collection, we have product committees here, at Simaudio. And that question came along quite fast in the conversations. Like, should we make it compatible and, whatever? And obviously we have longtime partners, retailers, distributors, and, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes we test ideas, with them.
Yeah.
And we asked them, what would you think if we would, launch a more entry-level product? Should it be compatible with the BRM1? Obviously, that was, what we wanted, but we just wanted to test the idea. And the answer was like, yes, no question. You have to do it. You have to do it. So obviously, the BRM1 is a very high-end, remote made of aluminum, Bluetooth connectivity, USB rechargeable, all that, touch screen. But we know that some people that will choose the 371 will choose the BRM1 to go with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it could technically integrate into some of the North collection. But I mean, yeah. it is kind of its own standalone product. I could see somebody that already owns the North Collection piece maybe picking that up for another room in their house or another
that
area.
Could be, and there's the party mode and all that. But I think that with the 371, as I mentioned, we're looking at the newcomers to hi-fi world, but also to the people that had potentially multiple boxes solutions and want something that it's more simple.
Yeah.
And keeping the performance while having the connectivity, the possibility to put it on TV as well.
It does have HDMI.
Yeah. ARC.
Yeah.
So, it's great, easy to use. And yeah, so these people, eventually they are a bit older. They had a house, their kids left. Sometimes they sell their house and they are going to a smaller apartment or something like this. I've seen it, multiple times. So they cannot keep the big systems they had.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a solution for them as well, because they will find that super high-end performance they're looking for while having something compact.
Now, in terms of, I guess, your market internationally, would you say that you're seeing a lot more people go from the individual components into these all-in-one systems? Do you see that more in North America or more in Europe or Asia, or is it kind of all over the place?
It's a little bit everywhere. I would say that the market is changing clearly.
Yeah.
And the manufacturers of our industry needs to have answers for everybody. So some people will prefer to have separate components and all that. Our thinking about this is that as we said, we are able now to have the same performance in crossover units, not needing multiple boxes. And something that we have to take into account as well is that if you sell a DAC alone, if you sell a preamp alone, obviously making a chassis for a DAC, making a chassis for a preamp makes the pricing, going
extremely
up.
expensive. Yeah,
exactly. So probably in the case of North Collection, if we would have separated all those components, probably for the same performance, we would have been at twice the price.
Wild.
Yeah. So this is something that has been recognized about the North Collection, is the fact that while it's compact, and super performance oriented, it's really good for the price as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is expensive for a lot of people. It's expensive, and we understand that. But still, compared to many products on the market, I think that it's very, very well positioned. And it's the same for the 371. I think with all its new technologies and everything it integrates, made in Canada, warranty for 10 years.
10-year warranty is hard to beat.
Yeah, with a company that it's in business for 45 years. That it's known for its support and service, and upgradability as well. So the DAC board is totally separated in the 371. The streaming board is totally separated. So if there's upgrades along the lifespan of the 371, we can think about upgrades.
Oh.
So yeah. So we have all that philosophy in mind when we develop products. So obviously we have that, performance. We want to achieve that level of performance, but we want those features. We want it to look good, but as well we want to integrate, little things that, we want to think about every little details. So yeah,
I love it. Is there anything that I kind of missed or glossed over? I think one thing that stands out to me that I don't think I really talked to you about. Am I right in saying this would be the largest screen that you have put on a device to this point?
It is 17 centimeters. So in inches, it's 6.75, if I remember well. Sorry, that's my European side.
We're Canadian. We should be in centimeters, but my brain is all messed up in inches and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the quarter pounder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the biggest screen. So yeah, visually, I think it looks fantastic.
Album artwork looks gorgeous on it.
Yeah. It has been a very good job done by the engineering team as well, choosing all those components and making sure that because you can have a big screen, as you said, and it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
it's big, but it's not bright enough, or the definition is not good enough. But yeah, with this one, it's really cool. It's not a 4K display, but
for that size, I wouldn't expect it to be.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, exactly. Is there, and maybe let's kind of switch gears. Is there any hints of what we could see going forward in the Compass collection?
Aha, good question. Obviously, we have more products coming in the Compass collection, but I cannot say anything about it now.
That's fair. That was my expected answer. I just didn't know if somebody was intrigued and could kind of piece together where this Compass collection started to where it was going.
No, but obviously, what I can say is that everybody sees the direction we're taking in terms of product development, the kind of products we're developing, because we have reduced the number of products in North collection. I do not see why we would make, all separated components in the Compass collection. Wouldn't make sense.
Yep.
At some point we have a new philosophy of development of products, and we're gonna stick to it. I think that it gives good results in terms of performance, and we see it like that for the future of hi-fi. This is something I like to say, that we have our vision. Maybe not everybody will agree with us, but this is our vision, and we like to think that we're doing it the best way possible, to the best of our abilities, in terms of engineering, manufacturing, and every aspect of it. But we know it's not for everybody. But yeah, that's our philosophy and vision.
I would say, just looking at this now, and for people interested checking out the videos, I think this is going to have a quite broad appeal. Like, the price point puts it in an area where it's not unattainable for a large portion of people. When you're spending that kind of money on hi-fi to begin with, you're serious about it. So I don't think that it's out of bounds for a large portion of people that are into hi-fi. Visually, it looks great. It sounds great.
Thank you.
And maybe I'll tweak my last little question here before I let you go. Normally, I ask, what are you listening to, or name a soundtrack to your life or a song. What would you say somebody should put on, or what would you put on? What did you put on the first time you listened to the 371?
That's a very good question. Actually, we have a color code that we use for marketing the Compass collection, and for the 371 it's blue and orange, and we have that Quebecer artist Claude Pelgag.
Okay.
And we used her cover on many photographs we did with the 371 because it matches the color, because we love her music. And because also we think that as Quebecers, we need to promote Quebecer artists in as much as we can.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would encourage people to discover Claude Pelgag. She's a fantastic artist.
And the cover artwork looks gorgeous. It pops.
Yeah, absolutely. But the music is really, really, really good.
Awesome. Étienne, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you taking the time. It's been a whirlwind of a couple days for you.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're basically at the end of our time, because you're going to be dropping people off the airport and doing all that. So thank you so much for your time.
Always a pleasure, Jordan.
Take care. All the best.
Thank you.